Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So this is one that's like a classic that I just haven't seen. I don't know why I haven't seen it up until this point, but finally getting around to it. I know the basic premise of the Grinch, obviously. You know, he's like a Scrooge-like character who hates Christmas, and it's called How the Grinch Stole Christmas. He's going to try and steal it away from everyone else. I don't know, Jim Carey is playing him, and he's always great in these more kind of goofy comedic roles. His role here is like really iconic. I've just seen this is directed by Ron Howard as well, which seems like a bit of a weird choice actually. The only other stuff I know him for is the Da Vinci Code stuff, right? So that seems like a complete tone shift here, but it'll be cool to see what he does with this. So yeah, let's just jump into How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I made sure to do the 2000 version as well, you know. I know there's the Illumination one with Benedict Cumberbatch. This is the Jim Carrey one, obviously.
Inside a snowflake.
It happens inside of a snowflake? I guess Dr. Seuss, he does like to use these like micro worlds, doesn't he? Because he did that with Horton Here's a Who.
Thank you for shopping carpet.
Uncle for your uncle.
This must have cost a lot just in terms of like the prosthetics for their noses and stuff. Because they all have this snout.
Dad?
Yeah?
Doesn't this seem like a bit much?
What Christmas is all about.
99% off.
It's leaning very heavy into like the consumerism of Christmas there.
You're scared of the Grinch.
Okay, so they do know who he is.
He lives up here in a big cave.
Is he like a myth to them, like an abominable snowman type thing? They seen him, or they've just seen the door. It's weird because there's very obviously like the Dr. Seuss influence in their aesthetics, but there's also like this early 2000s, late 90s look to them as well, to all the characters.
I really don't like them. I guess I could use a little social interaction.
He's got really long eyelashes.
Vandalize that vehicle!
So he's already causing chaos.
Boy, nothing beats Christmas, right?
I guess.
Yeah, she's not really feeling it either.
It was the Grinch.
It says very clearly,
You're not allowed to even say his name.
tribulation is a time we must treasure, provoking the one creature within 1 billion kilometers of here.
I do love the way they talk.
Why won't anyone talk about the Grinch?
And he's a what who doesn't like Christmas. Not a single Christmas card, in or out.
Is he like against Christmas because no one ever celebrated it with him? And is that also kind of to do with the way he looks?
It'll take them years to sort this out.
Oh, just changing around the labels and stuff, yeah.
Jury duty, blackmail, pink slip, chain letter.
I think Jim Carrey is one of the few actors who can actually pull off that kind of cartoony role. Is he like up on the ceiling?
The Grinch!
Our work here is finished.
Is Max a bit of a moral compass? Like, he wants to ruin Christmas, but he doesn't exactly want people to die.
Don't you know you're not supposed to take things that don't belong to you?
Playing it off that he was getting the mask back, okay.
Thanks for saving me.
You've been practicing your Christmas wrapping, honey. I am so proud of you.
Are her teeth like CGI'd on? It's quite hard to tell because they all have like these buck teeth. Some characters, it seems like they actually have like the prosthetics in, but it looks like for her they might have superimposed it. There's just so much work in all of the little details, like all of the sets, all of the props, you know. Being a prop designer on this must have been so fun. That's cool, a little map drawn. Yeah, I can see the kids really loving that, like a slide sequence. I always loved the one in Ice Age when they're on the slides.
Another load coming down.
So he just gets all of the rubbish from the rest of the town.
Where are you, Christmas?
Has she like lost the Christmas kind of feeling, the Christmas spirit?
Down a size and a half.
So his heart's always getting smaller. They do love these really super close-up shots of his face, don't they?
Well, no messages.
Odd.
I reckon he's gonna get a letter or a call from the girl or something.
Hello! Hello! I'm an idiot!
You saw how many teeth he has. There's like loads in there. It must have taken forever, you know, before recording to set it all up. All of the hair and the makeup and the prosthetics. And he has like eye contacts in. I would hate that, having to have eye contacts.
I hear you know some things about the Grinch.
Yeah, it's just like those Bigfoot photos.
In their own lumber cellars.
All of these random words are just like combinations of things like pumba sellers.
Looks just like your boss.
Was he always like green and hairy? Yeah, it looks like it. So I thought he might have just landed in the mountain and had to fend for himself.
Before anybody realized that he was out there.
In the freezing cold, yeah. So they did try and take care of him for a bit. There's some cool puppeteering going on here with the baby as well. I wonder if it's like an animatronic. So they raised him for quite a while, actually.
Grinch?
Did they actually give him a name, or was his name always the Grinch? Maybe their names were assigned on their little umbrella things.
He liked Martha. Martha was my girlfriend.
Oh, so they have a bit of a rivalry. It seems like she likes him back, though.
Crush on the Grinch?
I didn't ask you that.
I wonder if they'll end up together at the end.
Really got into the Christmas spirit for the first time.
Yeah, so he did actually try once. Oh, but with a little angel.
You're 8 years old and you have a...
Is he gonna shave all of his hair?
He's embarrassed by that idioter's gift.
Hideodorous.
Look at that hack job.
Yeah, just covered in cuts.
Hey, Christmas!
The anger.
The fury.
The muscles.
I hate Christmas.
So yeah, he just ran away into the mountain. Yeah, you really need someone there the first time you ever shave. You're bound to get cuts and do things wrong.
Look, I just found the cutest light for my Christmas.
She's just stealing light. Some real dynamic camera work in this.
I nominate the Grinch.
Oh.
No matter how different or who may appear, he will always be welcome with holiday cheer.
So there's contradictions in the book.
The mayor will wear the crown.
Well,
Does he always give it to himself? Is she gonna go and find him to get him to come down and get the award? Yeah, so he does actually like Christmas deep down. That as a sound effect with the look is really cool.
Even now, the terror is welling up inside.
He won't know how to react to that she's not scared, yeah.
so desensitized by movies.
You have to accept the award.
It gives him an opportunity to get on stage and ruin it somehow.
That means no loser.
I guess.
Yeah, and the mayor was a loser. Is he gonna go in and just rub it in all over the face?
The mayor wasn't.
Oh, he loves that. I'm pretty sure I've seen somewhere before that wasn't on purpose, him doing it perfectly the first time.
If I can't find something nice to wear, I'm not going. Ooh.
That was a really cool transition. Someone fainted.
Family reunion.
Oh, they're gonna play up the the two mothers, build in like a sob story kind of thing. the way the hands are going in there, it just made me think if they did an animated one and then have done an animated one, it would have been really good having like a Wes Anderson stop motion animated one. I think that would work really well actually. Along with the narration and everything as well. And she was excited they had won. See, he's enjoying himself. Oh. Send him right back to, yeah, give him flashbacks.
That's what it's always been about. Gifts. Gifts.
Kind of criticizing them because all they want is gifts.
They all come to me in your garbage.
Yeah, I'm glad he actually has some like real criticism of Christmas and the consumer culture of it.
Quite meaningful.
Oh, he's got mistletoe on his...
Mistletoe.
Yeah.
Kiss it, who, Bill?
I thought he was going to get Martha to kiss him. Oh, he's really causing chaos, burning down the tree.
Evening.
I like how they have all of these mini people as well. That was a much bigger explosion than I was expecting. I thought it would just be like a little one because it's such a small car. I like that the transition, it was like the background moved before and the characters moved separately.
I must stop this whole thing.
Then he got an idea. An awful idea.
Oh, is he going to impersonate Santa? The snow has a beard.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
I don't know if I've heard the rest of the song. Of course, I've heard the chorus and the start, but some of these other verses, I'm not sure if I have. 39 and a half, okay. He's building a sleigh, yeah.
You have termites in your smile.
Ooh. I wonder who sings this. Like, is it actually Jim Carey, or did they get someone else to sing it?
He only comes out once a year. He never catches any flock.
I think he's only done one. Oh, he dropped Max.
We're gonna die!
Oh, he's like hanging on.
Welcome to Whoville, Max.
This just kind of reminded me of Nightmare Before Christmas as well. Of course, Jack Skellington wasn't doing it on purpose, but there was some similarities, like the impersonating Santa.
Of the fireplace flue.
A little more stealth, please.
I like that. Talking to the narrator, breaking the fourth wall as well.
Chow time.
Oh, moths. I hate moths. Just eat right through it, yeah. It's stealing all the presents. Is he gonna place like dummy presents?
For this tiny Who daughter.
It's Cindy again, yeah.
And bread back here.
Santa, what's Christmas really about?
Vengeance!
Afraid of that.
So she still thinks it's Santa?
Fib fooled the child.
Don't forget the Grinch.
You think he's sweet? Judge a character.
And he took every present.
But he's just kind of stripping away all of the Christmassy things. He's not replacing it with like a evil version. That was cool. They're really going all out with like the cartoony vibes, like the saw under the...
Have you ever kissed a man who lost his tonsils?
Is that headset because he lost his tonsils? Stealing it from their dreams as well. This cat is really tormenting him.
3,000 feet ode to the tip top.
The Grinch is actually quite strong though, isn't he? We saw him lift that tree when he was just a kid. You gotta push that. He's gonna pull him with him, yeah.
Who hasn't even grown into her nose yet?
Also, they acknowledged that she doesn't have like the proper nose.
If she isn't, I am.
I'm just gonna stand up for her.
I'm glad.
You can't hurt Christmas, Mr. Mayor, because it isn't about the gift.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't need anything more for Christmas than this right here. My family.
They're going to work together to make a good Christmas, make up a big Christmas dinner for everyone and we'll enjoy it together. What's the Grinch going to think of this though? Everyone's still enjoying themselves. This might just make it like rain gifts on them though.
This sounded merry without any presents at all.
Came just the same.
Yeah, and he's rhyming.
Came without tags.
It's the Christmas spirit. It's something that you can't steal.
Christmas doesn't come from a store. Means a little bit more.
That's his heart growing again.
Heart grew 3 sizes.
There was already 2 sizes too small, so now it's bigger than bigger than normal. Oh, the sun rising on him as well.
Don't stay inside. And I'm leaking.
He's gonna save it now.
It's just toys, right?
Oh.
No one should be alone on Christmas.
Yeah, he's definitely strong enough to do it. Oh, he's just lifting it up completely. Wow. Is he gonna slide it down the other side to the town? I wonder what the reaction will be like. If they must know it's him who stole it all, you know? They obviously blamed him for it. Some really fun set pieces.
The sun is bright and the power's better. Let's go on.
Surprised Bitchin made it into this.
By the way, these lights match your outfit perfect.
So they're getting along. I thought there might have been more of a subplot with the rivalry between those two.
He said he was sorry. Besides, looks like everything is all here and accounted for.
Your ring back. But my heart belongs to someone else.
Christmas come this way.
And then in a song sequence. Oh, they're having a big Christmas party in his cave. Okay, so that was How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm filming this the next day because I didn't have time yesterday to do my final thoughts on the film, but that means I got a bit more time to kind of absorb it all in, I guess. So it was kind of what I was expecting. Jim Carey just going crazy with this role, his really cartoony acting style, and then kind of this sweet Christmassy message. But there were a few things I wasn't expecting as well. This kind of anti-consumerism message about the Christmas, because the Whovians, they love Christmas so much, but so much of it was to do with, you know, buying all these presents and things. I wasn't really expecting that critique of the kind of consumerist side of Christmas, so that was kind of a cool surprise for that to be in here. Although sometimes it can feel a bit hypocritical, considering like how popular Dr. Seuss is now. The Grinch has been made into like plushies and toys and things, is kind of counter to the message of the film in some ways, especially with the new Illumination one that came out as well. So the Grinch himself, I knew he was kind of this kind of gross character and sometimes the kids could be scared of him, but I really wasn't expecting how grossed out by the character design I would be. The way he had like all of these teeth in his mouth, he had like loads of rows of teeth and just all of the prosthetics, it was quite believable. All of like the detail on his skin as well, you know, we have a lot of close-ups of his face, and I just wasn't expecting the actual character of the Grinch to make me as uncomfortable as it did, considering, you know, I'm not a kid anymore. So I can see as a kid, this would really freak some kids out, I think. And I know it has. So I went into this kind of already knowing that it would be kind of him, and then eventually he kind of turns around and falls in love with Christmas again, I guess. I kind of assumed that would be the plot. That's what it always is with these kind of like Scrooge-like characters. But it's still cool to see the ways in which it happens. Obviously, Cindy Lou was the big thing that drove him here, because she's the only one who actually tried to accept him. So there is kind of like an allegory here about racism and xenophobia and like a lot of, judgmental things, judging people by the way they look. There's a lot of different meanings you can latch onto that, isn't there? So there's kind of like this message of acceptance here. I also really liked all of the world building. Is super unique, this Dr. Seuss style, and I think it's hard to make it work in live action. In like an animated setting like the Lorax or something, it's a bit easier because you can kind of suspend your disbelief a bit more, but when it's live action it's kind of hard to do right. And I think they kind of lean into kind of the cheesiness and the silliness, obviously a lot with how the Grinch acts, but also how ridiculous and crazy the cars are and all of the different props, the phones. There's just so many things, like everything in the Whoville, it was like all handcrafted, and there's just so much attention to detail. There's not like anything that looks like something in the real world, It's all weird and wobbly and just coolly designed. So of course Jim Carrey's performance was spectacular. He just goes all in with these kind of cartoony walks and funny voices and breaking the fourth wall a bit. Some films I feel like they can break the fourth wall too much and it kind of ruins any tension in the film, but I don't think he does it too much. It's more referencing the real world than like talking to the audience too much. But yeah, he just completely killed it in this role. And then Cindy Lou was great in this. I'm not sure of the actress's name, but she was great. Really believable child performance there. Sometimes child performances can make or break a film. I think some of the other characters didn't have that much depth, but they kind of served their purpose. The mayor, they're good for what they are. They don't really need to be anything else. There didn't need to be any spectacular acting from them, but they served their purpose really well. And I did really like how this was shot as well. We have a lot of Dutch angles and a lot of like dynamic camera movements. I think all of that just adds to this feeling of uncomfortableness. When there's a Dutch angle, it feels like there's something slightly off, and that's just kind of the feeling that the Grinch, that's what he puts you in, So it's really effective how the cinematography matched up with the style, and it kind of matched up with the feeling that you're supposed to be feeling as an audience, So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. This is one of those Christmas movies that I know is a classic and that I haven't seen, and it just feels like this hole in my pop culture void that's being filled now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment. And if you really loved it, be sure to subscribe to keep up to date for all the future uploads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.